San Antonio starts right now.
The San Antonio Fire Department investigating the cause of a neighborhood restaurant that started on fire earlier this morning. Details coming up next.
A terrifying crash on 410 ends in a vehicle extraction and part of the frontage road getting shut down. We have the latest details and the conditions of those involved.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 77 degrees to start your Sunday morning. Mike Osterhage joining us dark and early with your full forecast. Good morning, 6 o'clock this Sunday, August 1st. We are officially in August, and as tradition, whenever Mike joins us on the weekends, especially the summer.
And his seersucker.
You know, got to do the seersucker on a.
I love it.
Usher in the new month.
Did you go on the yacht yesterday or after the show?
No. Anyway.
It was not yachting weather because it was too hot. I just feel like it was unbearable. Even if you were next to a body of water, it was so hot yesterday.
Yeah, and that's going to be the case today. Difference being, though, later on this afternoon, we're going to start to see a couple of showers and thunderstorms, especially up in the hill country. And this is going to be kind of the start of this very unusual week. We finished up an extremely unusual July, well below normal temperatures, well above normal rain, and that's how August is going to be starting off. Now, yesterday we did hit 96, which is tied for the hottest so far. Now, again, just out at the airport, it wasn't quite up to normal. 97 is now the normal high temperature right now, splitting hairs, of course, but 78 right now. Same thing, Stinson, Castroville, 79 at Canyon Lake. There is plenty of humidity out there. You will definitely be greeted by that if you're heading off to early church services. So we do have somewhat of a heat index right now, 83 Canyon Lake, and that'll be the thing we have to deal with this afternoon as well. Those heat index readings are really going to be up there today, and mold is on the moderate side. Pigweed is low, and it's going to make it up to 95. It is going to be toasty. A lot of sunshine starting off, a couple more clouds going to be developing, and then again a few of those showers and thunderstorms, primarily up in the hill country. But the way things are set up, you know, we get some of those little outflow boundaries, like a little mini cold front, and those can touch off some more showers and storms. So we will have a couple of them around here. And the first week of August, not looking at the weather, doesn't look like August. Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Max.
Thank you, Mike. A busy morning for San Antonio firefighters after responding to a major fire all on the city's west side.
Our Jonathan Goto joins us there live. Jonathan, earlier there was a very active scene. Is it still active, and what have you been able to learn?
That's right, Sarah. Still very much an active scene here. We're told initially 28 fire crews were on scene fighting this fire. Max, Sarah, I'm located on the 600 block of Ruiz Street in North Brazos in front of what used to be Sergio's Molino and Restaurant. Now, the number of units has since dropped to 20, but there's still plenty of work to be done here. This is what we know so far. You know, crews on scene tell us the initial call came at around 2 a.m. Firefighters battling the flames for several hours. Unfortunately, Max, Sarah, there was a man trapped inside. They were unable to rescue him. He's believed to be the owner of the restaurant. Now, Max, Sarah, arson is on scene investigating the cause of this fire. To what extent, that's still unknown. The damages of the structure, that's all under investigation. But of course, we're going to be standing by and speaking with fire officials to learn a little bit more as to the cause of this fire. Max, Sarah.
Thank you, Jonathan. Well, new this morning, one person is in the hospital after a scary crash on 410. This was a scene around 11:40 last night in the 6300 block of Northwest Loop 410. Two people were in a vehicle traveling westbound on the frontage road of 410 when a pickup truck rear-ended them, causing it to go through the construction and hit the wall. The driver was taken to University Hospital. The passenger, a woman, was not taken to the hospital. Both are expected to be okay. Police are still searching for the driver of the pickup who did not stop to render aid.
In your morning headlines, 3 Democratic congresswomen spending the night on the Capitol Hill steps trying to call attention to the expiration of the ban on evictions. Now, Representatives Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts, Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, and Cori Bush of Missouri wanting to send a strong message to their fellow lawmakers. Bush, in particular, who has been evicted in the past, she now worries about the millions of Americans who will be losing their shelters. Now, she's angry that congressional leaders failed to address this issue before the House adjourned for its August recess.
This is our way of saying, hey, House leadership, reconvene us like we're still here. Do something. We can't take vacation right now.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that it is up to the CDC to extend the eviction moratorium, not Congress. Speaker Pelosi argues that most of the money allocated to help landlords and renters has not even been spent yet.
Willie Nelson lending his voice to support the Poor People's Voting Rights Rally at the Texas State Capitol in Austin. Yesterday's concert is the culmination of a 4-day voting rights march meant to mimic the historic civil rights march from Selma to Montgomery. Nelson has been a critical part of the Texas legislature with lending his voice, saying it was making it more difficult for poor people and people of color to vote. Democratic state lawmakers fled Austin for Washington, D.C. on July 12th to prevent Republicans from moving forward on the measure. Beto O'Rourke and Julian Castro were also in attendance.
And another march to tell you about. Thousands of people gathering in Miami's Bayfront Park for the Down with the Chains rally supporting freedom for Cuba. So take a look. Yesterday, organizers wanting to show support for long-suffering citizens of authoritarian regimes in Venezuela and Nicaragua, as well as Cuba. The Freedom Rally featured speeches by Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, a lot of South Floridians at the rally. They said that they want the Biden administration to take action, help Cubans who are suffering from the pandemic and political oppression. Now to the latest on the Olympics and Team USA. The swimming competitions in Tokyo, they are now all wrapped up.
And Team USA and Caleb Dressel ending those competitions in a big way. ABC's Christine Sloan reports.
Big wins for Caleb Dressel and Team USA. The U.S. taking gold in the men's 4x100 meter medley relay. Dressel also coming out on top in the men's 50-meter freestyle and setting an Olympic record. And he earned another gold medal after setting a world record in the men's 100-meter butterfly.
Mentally, it actually got a little easier as each race went on, just to kind of get in my groove.
Dressel has earned 5 gold medals in Tokyo. Team USA also coming out on top in the men's 1,500-meter freestyle. Robert Fink taking the gold.
I came in not really expecting to medal. I was just going to try and do my best to make the finals. So to come out of it with 2 golds, it means the world to me.
And in the women's 4x100 meter medley relay, Team USA taking silver after a close loss to Australia. On the basketball court, Kevin Durant with 23 points propelling the men's team to a 119-84 win over the Czech Republic, clinching a spot in the 8-team knockout round. In women's gymnastics, Simone Biles withdrawing from the final for floor exercise. She had already pulled out of the uneven bars and the vault. Michaela Skinner will take her place in the vault finals on Sunday. Biles will decide later whether to compete in the balance beam finals on Tuesday. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
And let's take a look at the medal count right now. USA leading in total. I know that was not the case yesterday.
No.
They are now beating China by 56. Over to China has 50. USA has 20 gold medals. China, though, leading in gold medals at 23. ROC behind them in 40, Great Britain at 32, and Japan at a total of 31 medals.
All right, time now is 6:08, 77 degrees out.
Well, a high credit score helps people get low interest mortgages and car loans, but what do you do if you don't have credit at all? Still ahead, some tips on how you can start building credit fast.
And if you're an astronomer, listen up, or you're just like looking at the sky. Saturn is going to be bigger and brighter this week. We're going to break it all down, explain how you can check it out.
I like looking at the sky. Take a look right now, 77 degrees, 6:08 this morning. Sun still not up. Mike says it's going to be a warmer day, but to expect some showers, different parts of our viewing area later this afternoon. He'll explain when we come back. So once a year, Saturn will be shining bigger and brighter in the sky.
That's right. If you ever wanted to get a clear look at Saturn, this is your week to do it. The planet will be moving to opposition around 1 a.m. August 2nd, so that's tomorrow. I guess technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. NASA says Saturn will move directly opposite the sun from Earth and can be seen all night long. The planet will also be at its brightest and will reach its highest point in the sky around midnight.
So the Farmer's Almanac says you will need a telescope to enjoy the view. You'll also be able to see Saturn in the evening sky for the rest of August and throughout the rest of the year. But Mike, I know you talked about some showers across our viewing area. Are those clouds going to you're not going to be able to see Saturn as bright because of some of those clouds? Or?
There are going to be some clouds hanging around here. Even last night, it was very clear out there, but and we're starting off with a lot of clear skies, but we are going to be seeing, more clouds kind of hanging around here this week. So I don't know if it's going to be the best celestial viewing kind of weather. Great picture there. No clouds for color, but a blazing orange sunset. Yesterday's sunset, I think there was a little bit of leftover, some of that the haze in the sky, because it had kind of a filtered look, sort of like that, but it was absolutely gorgeous yesterday. Today, some folks will be seeing a pretty sunset, but especially up to the north, we're going to have some of those rain chances. Now, we're already starting to see the glow of the sunrise. It's going to be very pretty out there. Up to the north, notice all the clouds which are moving down into the northern portion of the state. There's actually, and this is, I would have never thought in the month of August I'd be saying there's a front, but there is a front which is up there to the north of us, and that's going to continue to work its way down to the south. And it's not as though it's going to be, one of those big fall fronts, anything like that, but it is going to be lying in the area, and that's going to be the focal point for showers and a few thunderstorms. So here's a computer model, and going through today, by later on this afternoon, we may start to see a few of these showers and some thunderstorms popping up in northern portions of the hill country. And even by this evening. Now, even though this computer model has everything up there to the north, what we're going to be looking at with a lot of these showers and thunderstorms, the way the atmosphere is set up, is, you get those hefty downpours, and as the wind hits the ground, it creates those outflow boundaries, those little mini fronts, if you will. We had one move through town, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it was, and, the wind picked up, cooled down just a little bit, and those then tend to spawn more showers and thunderstorms. So that's why later on this afternoon, I think we're going to be seeing that with some of those outflow boundaries around here. And a few leftover showers and thunderstorms up to the north tonight. Then tomorrow, we will have a better chance for some rain, and that's going to be sticking around throughout a good chunk of the upcoming work week with showers and some thunderstorms around here. And again, not everybody's going to be seeing rain, but there will be those chances that do exist, and pretty good rain chances. This actually could be a little bit on the conservative side as far as rainfall totals, because there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere to work with, and overall, inch, maybe a couple of inches of rain in the next few days. Most of this would be in about the next 4 to 5 days, but there are going to be those hefty downpours. You get one of those big thunderstorms, and that's going to dump a whole lot of rain very, very quickly, and you may even see a few inches of rain. That will definitely be a possibility as we go into the next couple of days. 90 today at noon, partly cloudy skies, so good looking start this morning. It is on the humid side. 95, it's going to be pretty hot today, and we'll have a couple of those showers and thunderstorms developing primarily up to the north and northern portions of the hill country, but we may see a few of those trying to develop a little bit further on down to the south. Now, going into the rest of the week, this again is the first week of August. You would never tell just by looking at all of those numbers. 90 for high temperatures, the normal high. This is historically the hottest time of the year. 97 is the average high temperature right now. Not on this graphic, maybe close to it by next weekend. Low temperatures will stay in the mid-70s, and pretty decent rain chances throughout the rest of the week. And again, the thing we're going to have to watch out for at times will be some of those hefty downpours.
Well, we have our master gardener here, so you probably a little...
Stop calling me a master gardener.
Our very good gardener.
Thank
Apparently
you. I like that.
There are certifications
a lot of
that you need to become a master gardener.
The 2 green thumb.
There we go.
What do you have, like half a green thumb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a little bit one.
Mike Osage, thank you so much. 616, 77 degrees out.
Well, have you ever woken up irritated after a poor night's snooze? Absolutely. Still ahead on GMSA, a study suggests that lack of sleep can increase the risk, Max, of sending rude emails
I
to
only
your
send
coworkers.
very kind emails. Plus, no, I don't. I stay away from emojis. We've done those stories. You should not use emojis in emails. Plus, a lot of people find themselves hitting a dead end when it comes to getting a credit card. What do you need to do to get your credit score higher, and what you need to do to start building credit? We're going to break it down next. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. You may be surprised to learn that millions of Americans don't have a credit score.
And without a credit history, it may be difficult to reach your financial goals like buying a house or a car.
ABC's Rena Roy has some tips on how you can start building credit and build it fast.
When it comes to credit scores, we often have more questions than answers.
I mean, what is in that credit report turns out to be really, really important.
But what if you don't have credit? You'll need it if you want to get approved for credit cards, car loans, and mortgages. It can determine your insurance rates and even whether you get hired for a job.
You might assume that everybody has a credit score, right? But that is actually not true. There's all kinds of reasons why not, but it could be anything from you've never really qualified for a loan or never tried to apply for a credit card. You don't have a bank account.
So how do you build credit fast? One tip is to start with a local credit union.
Credit unions make it, I would say, a little easier to open an account.
Many offer a credit builder program that does not require you to have a credit score ahead of time.
You take out, I would call it a micro loan, but it could just be several $100 loan, and you will pay it back slowly over time.
Another tip, ask a family member to add you as an authorized user on a credit card.
What happens is, as your family member is using the credit card and paying it off every month, that information also gets reported then back to the credit bureau for you.
But make sure you trust this person to pay the monthly bills on time.
You're trying to get yourself a good credit history, and then all of a sudden you have late payments because your aunt or your mom or your sister didn't pay their credit card bill on time.
Tip number 3, apply for a secured credit card.
Basically, you will provide a couple $100 up front, and then you'll use the credit card over time. And as you use it and pay it off in full every month, that information also gets transferred to the credit bureaus.
Achieving a high credit score takes time. You may not see results for a year or longer, but the process is worth it since your credit history can greatly affect whether or not you find financial success. Rena Roy, ABC News.
Time now is 6:22, 77 degrees out.
Bottoms up! There is a new luxury tequila on the market. What makes it special and how much it costs?
All right, good morning, welcome back. You a big tequila person?
No, but I know you are.
I love tequila. This one's a little above my price range. A new luxury tequila on the market, and it contains 24 karat gold.
What? All right, it is Clase Azul Spirit's newest release. Clase Azul Gold is a blend that includes an 8-year-old extra anajo aged in bourbon barrels. It comes in one-of-a-kind decanter. I'm sorry, that looks like a pepper shaker that has 24 karat gold trim along with Clase Azul's iconic agave medallion, also dipped in gold.
All right, it is one of the first limited editions that's been made available in the United States. Typically, getting one requires a trip to its boutique in Los Cabos.
Only 6,000 of the Clase Azul Gold will be sold with a price tag $300.
I really thought it was going to be more than that, because you go to the liquor store, you can still find $300 tequila.
With 24 karat gold in it?
No.
I still think it looks like a pepper shaker. Like, you want some pepper? You know?
Okay. 6:27, 77 degrees out.
Well, still ahead, our Katie Blake dives into the science behind the aquatic fun at the new Sea Life San Antonio Aquarium.
And still ahead, health officials stressing the importance of vaccinations, the Delta variant surging across the country.
One man dead after the flames engulfed this restaurant. Details on this fire coming up next.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy August. Today is August 1st. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. How'd your July go?
You know, July was good, and what I really loved about July were the cooler temps, Mike. You know, with all the rain that we got, my garden loves it. It looks pretty green. But yesterday, oh my gosh, yesterday afternoon, it got so hot.
Yeah, that was one of the hottest days that we've seen. 96. Still didn't quite make it up to a normal high temperature, but yeah, that ties actually for the hottest that we've been so far. Of course, out there at the airport, but yeah, it's just fantastic as far as temperatures were. And then August is going to then kind of follow the same trend, if you will. Hot again today, but we will start to see some showers and even a couple of thunderstorms out there. So here's what it looks like on the satellite picture. And as you can see, we've got all of these showers and some thunderstorms way up there in the northern portion of the state. And it's kind of unusual, but we do have a front, which is going to be pushing down in our direction. Now, this is, of course, not like a fall front that comes barreling on through here with lower temperatures, but this thing is just going to be sort of lying right across the area for almost all of the rest of the week. And so that's going to help to touch off showers and thunderstorms. We have good rain chances coming in here this week, actually starting later on today up to the north. And then a few of those, we may get some of those outflow boundaries to develop some more later on this evening, I should say, late afternoon, evening hours, even down in here. But yeah, it's going to be, I mean, again, just looking at the graphics, you can't tell that it's August by all of these numbers in the long-range forecast. Warm and humid this morning, and then today it's going to be hot. We'll be up in the mid-90s once again. Heat index readings way up there, but a couple of showers and thunderstorms primarily up to the north later on and in the hill country. Then this week, yeah, a good chance for rain, and temperatures will be well below normal. I mean, we're talking 5, in some cases close to 10 degrees below normal for high temperatures. No complaints there. And looks like this weekend, though, it's going to be back to summer temperatures. What about rain chances? What exactly is the high going to be? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Max?
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, one man dead after flames filled a neighborhood restaurant on the city's west side. Now, the call for the fire came in around 2 a.m. Fire crews have been battling the blaze for several hours now.
Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live from the scene. Jonathan, we understand there was initially a heavy presence of fire units on scene. What challenges did fire crews have to deal with this morning?
That's right, Sarah. Well, I was speaking with fire officials who tell us the restaurant was an older building with plenty of additions built into it, creating a maze for fire crews as they attempted to go inside and fight the flames. But of course, that maze-like entrance created a series of difficulties for fire teams. And of course, as the flames began to break through the roof, crews on scene say they had to attack the flames from the outside as the roof was collapsing. But here's what we know. Firefighters responded to the 600 block of Ruiz Street in North Brazos, not too far west of I-10 at around 2 this morning. Crews on scene here tell us that they were battling the flames here for several hours. Unfortunately, they say there was a man trapped inside. They were unable to rescue him. He is believed to be the owner of this restaurant here. Now, Max, Sarah, arson is on scene investigating the cause of this fire. And at the moment, they're also investigating the extent of the damage to the restaurant. But of course, that is all under investigation. We'll keep you updated as more information is made available. Reporting from the west side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also new this morning, a woman recovering in the hospital after being shot overnight. So take a look. This is what we know right now. This all happened around 1 this morning. This is the 9400 block of Quicksilver Road. That's near Hunt Lane at Petranco. That's the city's west side. Police tell us the woman was outside a home when a vehicle drove by. Someone inside the vehicle shot at her and she was hit in the arm. Officers on the scene tell us she was taken to University Hospital. Police now trying to figure out who exactly shot the woman and why. They are questioning her at the hospital.
Well, mother of 3 is now in the Bexar County Jail after San Antonio police say she left her 3 small children at a West Side park. It happened back on June 15th, but police were able to arrest and charge her this past week. 36-year-old Maria Martinez is accused of abandoning her 1-, 4-, and 6-year-old children to the park near Leal Street. A couple experiencing homelessness say she approached them asking if they would watch her children for a couple of hours for money and food as payment. When they agreed, she left and never returned.
Like babysitting in the park, it's a good job.
No, but it
didn't turn out to be that. It was a nightmare.
Police were called to the park 12 hours later where they found the children covered in lice and dirty clothes. They were taken into CPS to custody. Martinez was later arrested and is now facing 3 counts of abandoning child no return.
Otis McKane trial set to resume tomorrow. The trial will continue with the punishment phase. The pause was used for the defense team to look over content that was found on Otis McKane's cell phone. Prosecutors say the content included screenshots of articles on KSAT.com about the murder. There was also videos on how to take apart a Glock pistol. The punishment phase set to resume tomorrow, 9 a.m. And of course, you can stream the entire trial. Just head to KSAT.com.
Well, there have been a lot of impactful moments so far during the Otis McKane trial. Right now on our website, we took a look back at those memorable moments from the trial. You can see it all right now on KSAT.com.
And you've probably seen the maps on KSAT.com that show that more than 80% of Americans actually live in a county that's deemed to have a high or substantial COVID transmission.
Those are the conditions where the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say people should wear masks indoors regardless of vaccination status.
Now there's concerns those numbers are going to keep going up as we head into the fall season and the school season. CNN's John Lawrence reports.
Health experts and officials have a simple message. Getting a COVID-19 shot could be the difference between life and death.
Delta virus is much more infectious. For those who are unvaccinated, it's more deadly. And for those who are vaccinated, they're protected. So we all need to get vaccinated.
Just over 30% of those eligible to get vaccinated in the U.S. haven't done so. And doctors say that's helping the Delta variant spread.
Vaccines protect you, but also vaccines protect other people around you. And in a way, this is similar to not driving while intoxicated. We have an obligation to keep others safe in our society.
The rise in COVID-19 infections and hospitalizations has caused some businesses and school districts to change their mask guidelines.
Some of the employees in the front that don't want to wear a mask, they're fully vaccinated. We told them we're just going to have to keep doing that because of the numbers rising. We want to keep all the employees safe.
Health officials say masks help contain the spread, but the best tool against the pandemic is vaccination.
If you're in the middle of a thunderstorm all the time, the raincoat is not going to protect you. You may need a raincoat and an umbrella, but the ultimate answer to keeping you dry is to stop the thunderstorms.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Some progress is being made. The CDC reports the pace of vaccinations are rising, especially in some of the states that have the lowest rates.
And back here at home, COVID numbers look like they're getting worse and worse across Bexar County. We are seeing a lot of questions over masks, disputes between local leaders and Governor Greg Abbott, and our hospital rates rising once again. That is why this morning on Leading SA at 8 a.m., we are joined by Dr. Robert Leverance from UT Health San Antonio. We are set to discuss if you should be concerned if you're vaccinated, what the rise in numbers stems from, and what parents should know with school right around the corner. If you have any questions you would like to ask, you can submit them right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Time now, 6:39, 77 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA at 8, we'll tell you about all-day enrollment events Palo Alto College is hosting to motivate upcoming students.
We are testing the waters at Sea Life San Antonio to show you the science behind keeping your favorite sea creatures happy. Coming up.
Science.
Science, love science. Oh, there's the sun. It's starting to peep up. 77 degrees at 6:39 this morning. Mike says we might have some showers in certain parts of our viewing area. He'll explain when we come back.
Good morning, welcome back and happy Sunday. From underwater tunnels to a variety of tanks housing all kinds of sea creatures, Sea Life San Antonio downtown has something the entire family can enjoy.
Our Katie Blake explains the science of the salinity and keeping the fish in the aquarium safe.
Sea Life San Antonio has so many cool animals, like a trumpet fish. Have you ever seen a trumpet fish before? I haven't. But did you know that in order for all these cool animals to live their best lives, there's actually a lot of science that goes into making their water homes just right.
We have some of our water samples from our aquariums here. We test things frequently to make sure that all the proper chemical and chemistry levels are correct.
So when you guys test the water, what are the most important things that you're looking for that need to be in check?
Well, really the most important is the salinity, how much salt is in there, and it's not like ordinary table salt. That's just two elements. There's about 80 different elements that go into natural seawater. All of that is critical to how those animals' health functions. This is a refractometer, so all I need is a little drop of this water, and we put it on this, and it reads it using light, and it'll tell me what the salt amount in there. So this is fresh water. It's got 2 parts per thousand of salt in there.
How many times a day Or how often do you test the salinity?
We just need to check it 3 times a week or so.
Okay.
So it does, the salinity will go up slowly over time because water evaporates but leaves the salt behind.
Okay.
So you do get a little bit of evaporation loss, and you want to check it and then just put fresh water in there to replace that.
So next time you come check out the animals at Sea Life, remember, not all water is created equal. For more information about Sea Life, you can head to KSAT.com. Katie Blake, KSAT 12 News.
Place looks awesome.
I know, and that's that location that opened this year at River Center downtown. I haven't been. Ralph, one of our directors, was saying it's pretty awesome.
Oh.
Definitely want to head out there.
Have you seen the, there's like a viral picture going out. It's like sea sponge and like a starfish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Why
Yeah.
haven't I seen it?
They found SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh, so cute.
That was one of those cartoons, kind of like old Bugs Bunny cartoons. Adults, I mean, there was a lot of like hidden little jokes in there.
They were made for
that kids would-
adults.
Yeah. I love those. So find some water today to be in it because it's going to be hot today. And this week, though, I mean, it is not going to look like August pretty much at all. Right now, we are starting off at 78 degrees. It is on the warm side. Normal low temperature right now is 75. Now, mostly sunny skies and warm this morning. Then later on today, it is going to be hot. We'll make it up into the mid 90s, not quite up to 97 degrees. That's the average normal high temperature. And a few thunderstorms going to be developing later on this afternoon, starting off up to the north. And then some of those may get kind of pushed further south, or some of those little outflow boundaries we talked about may push some of those and pop some of those up a little further down to the south. And this week, we've got a fairly decent chance for showers and some thunderstorms around here. And I said 90 on that. That's going to be about the high temperature. All right, take a look at these numbers. We're wrapping up the month of July, and these are the average high temperatures. The average for the month was 90.5. So we were about 4.5 degrees below normal. This is just for the high temperature. And again, the only day in the month of July that the high temperature was above its respective normal high was back on the 3rd. We got up to 95 on that day. The average high temperature, normal high temperature, is 94 degrees. Every day else, including yesterday, we got up to 96. Normal high is 97. So that was the only day back on the 3rd that we were above normal. Now, going back to 2007, because we haven't hit 100 yet, and that's the last time we did not hit 100 officially out there at the airport. The average high temperature was 87.4 in the month of July. That ranked number 2. We're not in the top 5, but still way, way below normal. Again, high temperatures by 4.5 degrees. All right, beautiful picture there. I love the hay roll painted with the stars and stripes, and thunderstorm trying to develop there in the background. Classic looking picture. That's really cool looking. Kind of a hazy start this morning. A lot of sunshine though. Sunglasses all day long. Like I said, yesterday got up to 96 degrees. And again, it's unusual. Now, granted, these were hot temperatures. Laredo and Del Rio both at 104, but only 2 in our vicinity, you know, Junction and Dryden on the outskirts really of our viewing area, but only 2 triple-digit temperatures in our vicinity. That doesn't mean it wasn't 100 in your backyard. And today it's going to be up there again. We will be up in the mid-90s, a lot of even mid, leaning towards some upper 90s. Castroville, 97, Elmendorf, forecast for 97 degrees. Heat index readings, though, especially down to the south and to the southeast. And this is where it is going to be dangerous when you get those heat index readings that are getting up to 105 and above that. Your body just does not cool itself all that well. So you really, really got to take it easy. All right, up to the north of us, there is the front, which is going to lie down across the area, and that's going to keep rain chances around here pretty much all week long, starting later on this afternoon. 90 at noon, partly cloudy skies. Again, it's warm and humid out there. Lots of water, lots of shade, lots of sunscreen. 95. A few showers and thunderstorms are going to be developing primarily up to the north. Some of those, we may get some of those outflow boundaries, like I said. Some of those may try and push a little further down to the south. And then tomorrow, better chance for some rain. Tuesday, Wednesday, it's kind of the first half of the week with the best chance for some rain. What we're going to have to watch out for also, because there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. It's like a sponge, and you squeeze it out, and you get some hefty downpours. So we could see some hefty rainfall at times, some gusty winds, and yeah, again, that is not an August 7-day forecast.
They're triple digits.
Hey, stop. Why would you put that out into the atmosphere?
You know, it's funny, though, and I said this on Friday, going back like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, the long-range models, they sometimes, they go with climatology, and it's like, okay, looking at hundreds down the road, and then they have to, it gets changed. And
hey, I'm here for it.
Just when it looked like we would be hitting triple digits starting off the month of August a few weeks ago.
There you go.
No complaints.
Yeah, that goes, Paige. Thanks so much. 6:49, 77 degrees out.
Well, from headaches to fatigue, you can feel it after you've had a bad night's sleep. But according to a study, a lack of sleep can also make you send extremely rude emails to your coworkers. I'm not even kidding. This is a story we explain next.
Well, welcome back. Experts say the recommended time of sleep for an adult, 7 to 9 hours. Did you get that?
No.
Okay.
So what happens when you have to go to work after not sleeping too well? Well, RJ Marquez tells us about a study that suggests lack of sleep can increase the risk of sending rude work emails to your coworkers.
From headaches to fatigue, you can feel it after you've had a bad night's sleep. But there are other side effects you may not even realize are happening to your body. Researchers from West Texas A&M University say a poor night's snooze can even increase the risk of you firing off grumpy work emails in the morning. The survey measured sleep duration, tiredness, and how people behave online at work. Experts say self-control is restored when people sleep. The study found with less sleep, employees had more fatigue, which can make people rude during online interactions at work. Also, researchers say tiredness is linked to rudeness or impoliteness, not only in emails, but also in text messages. Just a few reasons to get to sleep a little earlier tonight. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Well, in your entertainment news, Carrie Johnson and British Prime Minister Boris Johnson are expecting their second child together.
In a post on Instagram, Carrie confirmed that she is pregnant once again. The caption read, quote, hoping for our rainbow baby this Christmas, end quote.
She continued saying she had a miscarriage at the beginning of the year that left her heartbroken. She says, quote, I feel incredibly blessed to be pregnant again, but I've also felt like a bag of nerves, end quote.
All right, back here in the U.S., Kanye West announcing he is holding a release party for his new album at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, set for Thursday. The album reportedly drops the next day.
Tickets go on sale tomorrow for between $30 to $75. The release party is at the same venue where West held a listening party for the album on July 22nd. West has been living at the stadium since then. I've seen some of those pictures go on social media.
It's very strange. So Donda is West's first album since 2019, Jesus is King. That album earned him a Grammy for Best Contemporary Christian Album. You actually listened to some of the songs the other day.
From the listening party. So he hasn't dropped the whole album
Big
yet.
Kanye fan?
You know.
Okay. 6:55, 77 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
One man is dead after the flames consumed the neighborhood restaurant known as Sergio's Molino. Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto. Firefighters responded to the 600 block of Ruiz Street, not too far west from I-10. This morning, crews on scene battling the flames for several hours. Unfortunately, they say there was a man trapped inside. They were unable to rescue him. He's believed to be the owner of the restaurant. Now, crews on scene here originally were 28. That dwindled down for 20 while they fought the flames here at Sergio's Molino. Arson is on scene investigating the cause of this fire and the extent of the damages. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
All right, nice looking start this morning. It is warm and humid out there, 77 degrees right now. Humidity, yeah, you get these numbers getting up there toward the mid 70s, and that means it is humid. So a little bit of a heat index to deal with, and we will be dealing with that throughout the day. Up to the north, look at that feature, which is working its way down to the south. We usually don't see that this time of year. Yep, that's going to be bringing some rain chances with the by later on this afternoon, especially up in portions of the hill country. A few showers, thunderstorms, a couple of hefty downpours, maybe some blustery winds. Can't be ruled out with some of these. 95 today, so yes, it is going to be hot. Not actually up to a normal high temperature, but yeah, this is the first week of August. I say that as I raise my voice at the end with a question. Well below normal temperatures, 90 approximately for a high. Lots of clouds and some pretty decent rain chances around here. So it's almost like we're repeating what we had the first, couple of weeks of July, and some good rain chances. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Well, coming up at 8 a.m., we also have Dr. Leverance here to answer all of our questions about the rising concerns of the Delta variant.
See you, Dave.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Fire officials investigating the cause of a fire that's left one man dead. Details coming up next.
Plus, a woman hit during a drive-by shooting on the city's west side. We have the latest from police on the scene.
And we are joined by Dr. Robert Leverance from UT Health this morning to talk about the rise in COVID-19 cases in San Antonio, the vaccine, and much more. That's coming up live in our Leading SA segment.
And taking a live look out there at the Alamo City, 77 degrees. We're going to check in with Mike Osterhage and his dapper seersucker suit. Good morning, 8 o'clock this Sunday, August 1st. Thank you so much for joining us. I tweeted a little shout out to Mike Osterhage. Mm-hmm. I spelled seersucker incorrectly. It's S-E-E-R.
You learn something new every day.
Every day.
I always learn when Mike is in. He was talking about giving me the definition between a morning suit and a regular
We learn a
suit.
lot
We
with
learn
Mike.
a lot. He's our very dapper
Mike,
dude.
dropping knowledge.
Not that it has anything right now to do with weather. So, I got to do something to keep up with Massey over there. So in the dapper department.
You set the bar high, Mike.
Yeah, it is. It's warm and humid. 78 degrees right now. That bottom number, dew point at 74. That's getting up there. That's kind of fog up your glasses when you walk outside from air conditioning and get out into the heat. We're going to be up to 95 later on today, and there is a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. We've got a feature which is going to be working its way down from the northern portion of the state right now, and that's going to be touching off some of those showers and thunderstorms. Aquifer dropped down half a foot, and hopefully that gets a recharge coming up here because of the rain, which a lot of it, like I said, today is going to be up in portions of the hill country in the recharge zone. Mold is moderate and pigweed is on the low side. As far as the heat index right now, okay, 78, so it feels like 81. So again, enough humidity to add to the actual air temperature, and that will be the situation today. So with the high temperature up to 95, it is going to feel like 100 into the low hundreds. Down to the southeast, it'll feel like probably 105 to 110. So really, really hot and humid like yesterday. Here's the it's August, and we're talking about a front. Yeah, there is a front which is going to be working its way down, lying across the area, moving into the hill country later on this afternoon, and that will touch off those showers and thunderstorms. They may throw out a couple of those outflow boundaries, little like mini cold fronts, and that can help touch off a few more showers and storms. So that's why we do have that chance for some of the rain out there later on today. Again, mold, moderate, pigweed is on the low side. 95 for high temperature. And that's going to be on the warm side compared to what we see the rest of the week. Yeah, we're looking at that, 90. That's it for the first week of August for a lot of the high temperatures upcoming. We'll talk about rain chances as well in just a couple of minutes. Sarah, Max?
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, a man found dead inside a neighborhood restaurant on the city's west side. Fire officials on the scene now believe it could be the owner of the business.
This all happening in the 600 block of Ruiz Street in North Brazos. That's just west of I-10. Jonathan Cotto joins us live from the scene. Jonathan, I know it's a busy morning for fire crews. What have you been able to learn?
Busy morning indeed, Sarah. Right now, initially 28 fire units were on scene, and as you can see now, fire crews are still here investigating the cause of the fire that's ultimately left one man dead. Let's take a look at some of the video that we were able to get earlier from that scene. Early start for fire teams this morning responding to a fire at Sergio's Molino and restaurant, an establishment locals in the area say has been there for years. Fire officials tell us crews on scene battled the flames for several hours. They say the building had additions built onto it, causing a maze-like situation, making it difficult to attack the flames from the inside. A division chief on scene says because the roof of the restaurant was collapsing, crews had to combat the fire from the outside. Unfortunately, they say there was a man trapped inside, and add they were unable to rescue him. They believe that it could have been the owner of this restaurant. Now, Max, Sarah, of course, arson is on scene investigating, and I have to tell you, slowly but surely, neighbors are coming out just wondering what could have started this fire. But of course, we're going to stay here, stay on top of the story, and bring you any updates as more information is made available. Reporting from the west side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. In other top stories this morning, a local woman recovering in the hospital after being shot overnight.
San Antonio police say it happened at 1 a.m. in a 9400 block of Quicksilver Road. That's near Hunt Lane and Petrenko Road on the city's west side. Police tell us the woman was outside a home when a vehicle drove by and someone inside shot her in the arm. Officers say she was taken to University Hospital. It's unclear what condition she is in. Police are now trying to figure out who shot the woman and why. They plan to question the victim at the hospital.
And first responders busy overnight. Another situation, a person in the hospital after a scary crash on 410. This was a scene around 11:40 last night. This is the 6300 block of Northwest Loop 410. Two people were in a vehicle traveling westbound on the frontage road. That's when a truck rear-ended them, causing them to lose control, drive through construction, and crash into the wall. The driver taken to University Hospital. The passenger, a woman, treated at the scene. She didn't need to go to the hospital. Both are expected to be okay, but now police are searching for the driver of the pickup, who investigators believe is responsible.
And a driver was taken to the hospital with several broken bones after police say he crashed into a pole. It happened around 10:15 last night on Northwest Military and Warsbach Parkway. Officers say the white truck was speeding when the driver went through a construction area and hit the pole. He and his passenger needed to be rescued by the jaws of life. The passenger only had minor injuries. Officers say alcohol was not a factor in this crash. Therefore, no charges were filed.
Well, we are seeing COVID rates increase across the country and across here in Bexar County. It's not just positivity rates growing, it's also hospital beds filling up faster than we can anticipate.
So joining us in today's Leading SA segment is Dr. Robert Leverance with UT Health San Antonio. Thank you so much, Dr. Leverance, for making time for us this morning.
Hey, thanks for having me.
First and foremost, give us an inside look. What does the hospital look like right now, and what % of the patients that you're seeing are vaccinated?
Yeah, Max, great question. Things are already very busy in our hospitals. 97% of the patients in the hospital admitted for COVID are unvaccinated patients. You know, the staff, they're very committed, but you know, this is their fourth round with this surge. And so I'd have to say they're tired too, and a little bit concerned that if people come in either for COVID or for some other reason, they may not be able to get the care that they hope for just due to delays from the crowding that's in the hospital.
And speaking of vaccinations, in your opinion, what percentage of the population should be vaccinated in order to prevent another variant like Delta from causing another outbreak?
Again, great question. The Delta is a bit of a game changer. It's a different biology. As you know, it's much more infectious than the original Alpha variant is. And so before we felt that we needed, a 75% community immunity to get control of this virus. Now, with the increased infectivity of Delta, it looks like it's more like 90% of the community needs to be immune, which means essentially needs the vaccine. So we still certainly have our work cut out for us.
The Israeli Health Ministry recently approved a third booster shot that would be given to 60-year-olds and those who are higher risk patients. Is this something that we could see done here in the United States with the rise of the Delta variant? And is that booster shot, is that a special shot, or is that just another dose of the second one?
Yeah, it's just another dose of the second one. At least that's what Israel is likely doing. Again, a great question. There is some evidence that a booster shot, particularly for those with weakened immune systems, could confer some benefit. However, neither the CDC nor the FDA or the World Health Organization are endorsing this right now, mostly because we still have our work cut out for us in getting people the first shot. And the concern is that if we turn our attention to giving boosters to people who have already been vaccinated, the opportunity cost is that we're not going to get up to that 90% community prevalence. So it's a tough situation. I think ultimately we will approve, the CDC and the FDA will approve a third vaccine. They're just not ready to do that yet.
And so we know a lot of people are frustrated asking, why do I need to wear a mask if I'm vaccinated? Can you please explain?
Well, you know, if anybody had any doubt that we need to use the tools to get control of this virus, the tools being masking and the vaccination. If anyone had any doubt that this was needed to overcome this virus, I think this fourth surge is proving that right now. And that is, we're going to continue on this roller coaster until we get control. Ultimately, the control is going to be due to the vaccine, but in the short period, wearing masks. As I mentioned, people who have been vaccinated can get COVID. Fortunately, it should be a very mild case. In fact, so mild that our concern is that many vaccinated people are acting as vectors of infection, and they're infecting other people, particularly those who have not been vaccinated, and they don't even know it. So it really is important that we all wear a mask. We strongly encourage wearing a mask at the Health Science Center for all of our employees, whether vaccinated or not. And I would say any indoor venue, people should be wearing masks when they're gathering.
And speaking of gathering, we know the school year starting up in just a couple of weeks. What are your thoughts, your opinion on masks in schools for children?
Yeah, same thing there. I mean, this is my personal opinion, but one other thing that we know about this Delta virus is it tends to produce not only is it a bit more infectious, it tends to produce a little bit more severe disease, and more so in younger individuals. We're still not seeing it frequently in children, but we're definitely seeing it in younger adults. Those are the ones that are filling the hospital. So I would say it's just prudent for our students, our children, to be wearing masks as well inside gatherings, i.e. in our schools.
Well, Dr. Leverance, thank you so much for your time again this morning. And for our viewers, if you want to rewatch or see this full interview, you can find it later on our website at ksat.com. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Time now, 8:11, 78 degrees out.
Well, still ahead on GMSA, sending a little love to the men and women who fight for our freedom.
And KSAT's taking a look at the challenges that teachers, parents, and students have faced over the last year. Coming up next, details on what our next community town hall is and how you can be involved.
Take a look outside with live cam, 78 degrees at 8:11 this morning. Mike says we might have some showers later today in different spots of our viewing areas in the week. He'll explain when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. It is August 1st, so the countdown to school is on. Students are preparing to head back to school in just a couple weeks.
So whether it's virtually or in the classroom, the transition from summer to school can be a tough one on kids, parents, and teachers, especially with COVID and safety. That's why we're hosting a KSAT Community Back to School virtual town hall. Our very own Stephanie Cerna will talk with local educators, doctors, psychologists, and community leaders to answer your questions about what school will look like this fall. Just head to ksat.com, look for this article to submit your question, then tune in online August 4th at 7:30 a.m. to get it answered. This live stream will focus on pre-K through grade school students. Another live stream on August 11th will focus on middle and high school students.
All right, you know one of the subjects that they're learning?
What are they learning?
Science.
Science. We like science.
I was going to say, Mike Osterhage, our local scientist. You ready?
I think so.
Okay, hi.
I was trying to find a pretty picture right there.
That is a pretty picture.
You got a good one?
I love the pictures with the windmills.
The windmill.
Yeah.
You like the windmills.
For some reason, I
Wait, how do you
love,
say it?
you know, when you see the,
Okay.
you know, and it's just the nice vista, the view out there, and the windmill, sorry.
Wait, windmill. I was like, what is a windmill?
I
It's
don't know.
very South Texas.
Doesn't sound filling.
So. No, very cool looking picture. Thank you. One of our regulars there, always sending in some beautiful pictures. Great shot this morning. A lot of sunshine out there. It is warm, it is humid, and it's going to stay really hot today. Although, splitting hairs as far as numbers go, we are not going to be up to a normal high temperature. Going back in the month of July, these were the daily averages, and as you can see, there was only one day on the 3rd when we had an above average temperature for the day, and there were 4 days, including yesterday, we averaged out right at normal. Now, as far as high temperatures go, the only day we were above average, the respective average high temperature, was again on the 3rd, got up to 95 degrees on that day. Yesterday we did hit 96, but 97 is the normal high temperature. And of course, as far as rainfall, we had so many days with rain, 4 1/3 inches of rain, just over 2 inches above average, and we've had about 22 inches since January the 1st. And of course, we're above normal now, going back to June into the start of meteorological summer. But of course, June was a dry month, so we obviously made up for that. 96 yesterday, 97 in Gonzales, and today going for the mid 90s once again. There will be some upper 90s out there, and it's going to feel like the upper 90s as well as well up into the hundreds as far as the heat index is concerned, and especially down to the southeast where the heat index is going to be very, very high. So, you know, we're kind of not used to it this summer, and you really got to just take it easy. So this afternoon, there is a front which is going to be that one up in North Texas. It's going to be kind of working its way down in the hill country. That's going to touch off some showers and thunderstorms, and some of those may get pushed out ahead. We see some of those little outflow boundaries where you get the wind shift and slightly cooler temperatures, and those tend to touch off more thunderstorms as those move through and kind of push the atmosphere and get it going. So that's what we're looking for later on this afternoon. Again, the best chance is going to be further up in the hill country and even north of there. And that'll be the situation as this front continues to kind of lie in the area, situated with more showers and thunderstorms around here. That'll be the case tomorrow, and then also most of the rest of the week, because this thing's really not going to be going anywhere. It's just going to sort of sit there and just hang out. Keep temperatures down and also keep rain chances up. 90 at noon today, partly cloudy skies. High temperature then is going to make it up to 95, and we'll feel much, much hotter than that. A few showers and thunderstorms up in the hill country, and then some of those outflow boundaries, some of those storms may try and work their way further on down to the south. And then look at this. This is the most unusual first week of August 7-day forecast I think I've ever put together, because temperatures are only going to be about 90. I mean, there are some computer models keep us in the mid 80s, which I think is pushing it a little bit. But I mean, that's still, 5 to, in some cases, close to 10 degrees below normal. The average high is 97, and rain chances. Watch out for heavy downpours, so that's what we're going to have to be careful for.
You love this.
I do.
I do too.
Less watering the lawn, cooler temps. I like it.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. Mike Osirich, thank you so much.
You are most welcome, sir.
Time now, 8:19, 78 degrees out.
Well, still ahead on GMSA, a movie about one of the fastest rising stars in the chess world. We'll tell you about the 10-year-old. That's next.
Plus, a man finally getting to go home after being in the hospital with COVID for weeks. We have a look at this emotional moment. That's next on GMSA.
Take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 5, 5, 1, Fireball 0, Daily 4, 0, 0, 3, 3, Fireball 5.
Your cash 5, 3, 5, 14, 25, 30. Lotto Texas 2, 6, 10, 20, 21, 53. The big one. You checking your phone?
I didn't win, but I'm checking to see if anyone won.
No.
No one won?
Oh.
Yeah, it was at 1.
I'm going to read the number regardless. 1, 21, 22, 34, 47, Powerball 4, Power Play 2. I'd say good luck, but apparently no one won.
Well, good things happen all the time, every day, and sometimes they are caught on camera. So here's a few good stories if you're just waking up today. First is a celebration at Hilo Medical Center in Hawaii as 45-year-old Frederick Tabian was released after spending 49 days in the hospital battling COVID-19. He admitted himself after days of running a fever and even coughing up blood. During his stay, he lost 57 pounds and had to be put on a ventilator. He says the battle nearly broke him, but credits the medical center staff for saving his life. And it's just like Christmas. The Liberty USO and Rivers Casino are putting together hundreds of care packages for troops from Pennsylvania and New Jersey deployed all over the world. They include things like potato chips, Wrigley gum, peanut chews, and cake so soldiers can get a taste of home. Volunteers say they want troops to know they're not forgotten. And a 10-year-old who fled Nigeria with his family in 2017 is one of the fastest rising stars in the chess world. He started learning chess at a homeless shelter in New York City. He played at school, then in chess club, then in competitions. As his star grew brighter, his family wrote a book that's being turned now into a movie. He says his goal is to become the youngest chess grandmaster in the world. His advice to others: just believe in yourself.
Did you get into chess during this pandemic?
I'm not really good at chess.
So people took up chess because there was that show on Netflix.
Oh, Queen's Gambit.
Gambit.
Thanks, Mike. No, it was great. Great show, by the way. Great series.
There you go. I think you can take them.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right, 8:25, 79 degrees out.
Still ahead our next half hour, the latest when it comes to the coronavirus Delta variant across the U.S., where our country now stands in the fight.
And San Antonio police find guns, shell casings, and bullet holes in a northeast side neighborhood. What we know next. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costas.
Good job.
Okay, so we were talking about speed walking just before this. It's been a topic that
It's an Olympic sport.
And it's so crazy and fun to watch, and I was trying to do it.
Did a great job. I didn't think it was as fast as Sarah was talking about, so we looked up the records.
1 mile, 5:36. Walking.
Yeah.
A 5:36 walking. They're walking fast.
Mike, what's your fastest, your PR walking mile?
Well, last time I ran a mile.
Not that?
No. No. Anyway, if you are going to be out exercising, by the way, this morning, do it early on because heat index readings later on this afternoon are going to be way up there. So, you just gotta take it easy in the afternoon, just since we're not used to it. This week's going to be a little bit different story, but take a look outside right now, and as you can see, plenty of sunshine, beautiful start. It is pretty warm and humid out there, though. We have got temperature right now at 78 degrees, which is about 3 degrees above the normal low, which is 75 right now. We're not into the warmest part of the year as far as low temperatures are concerned. Dew point's at 74, which means there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and so you walk outside, it may be kind of like fogging up your glasses, sort of humidity out there, go from air conditioning outside. And 81 is the heat index right now. 86 is what it feels like at Stinson, and 83 in Castroville. We do have a moderate amount of mold. Pigweed is on the low side, and throughout the rest of today, just warm and humid this morning. And then it's going to be hot today. 95. Yesterday got up to 96. That tied for the hottest temperature we've hit so far here in town. We did it back in, I think it was early in June, hit 96 degrees. But yeah, it's the first time in almost a couple of months we hit 96. Still not quite up to par. A couple of showers and thunderstorms going to be developing up to the north, and some of those may push further into the south if they throw out some bits of energy or outflow boundaries. May see a few of them moving in further south late this afternoon, early evening. And then this week, some good rain chances, and also, got to put it in quotes, but cool temperatures. 7, 8 degrees below normal. That's very cool. And then it looks like next weekend we will be back to summertime temperatures. What can we expect for temperatures this week? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Sarah?
Thank you, Mike. A West Side community impacted by a major fire that's left one man dead this morning. This all happening around 2 a.m. in the 600 block of Reed Street in North Brazos. That's just west of I-10.
Our Jonathan Cotto has been there throughout the morning. He joins us live from the scene. So, Jonathan, we know that the restaurant is in a residential area. Have you been able to talk to any of the neighbors? And if so, what are they telling you?
Well, Max, now that the sun's out, neighbors are coming out and they're wondering what's going on. It is the weekend, and they tell us this restaurant is typically packed. There's been plenty of traffic just driving behind me, and they're looking at the restaurant just wondering what's taking place. But here's a look of what the scene looked like earlier today. An early start for fire teams this morning responding to a fire at Sergio's Molino and Restaurant, an establishment locals in the area say has been here for years. Fire officials tell us crews on scene battled the flames for several hours. They say the building had additions built onto it, causing a maze-like situation, making it difficult to attack the flames from the inside. A division chief on scene says because the roof of the restaurant was collapsing, crews had to combat the fire from the outside. Now, unfortunately, they say there was a man trapped inside. He's believed to be the owner of that restaurant, and add they were unable to rescue him. Now, Max, Sarah, of course, arson is on scene investigating the cause of this fire. We had another unit just roll up right now, monitoring the area for any reflashes. But of course, we're going to continue to stay on scene and speak with neighbors, get their thoughts and feelings about what's transpired here this morning. I'll toss it back to you, Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also new this morning, investigators working to figure out what exactly happened that led to gunfire on the city's northeast side. Officers tell us it happened around 1:40 this morning. Now, what you're looking at right now is the 5500 block of Castleway Drive. That's near Windcrest. Police tell us two groups of people in the neighborhood exchanged gunfire. They shot at each other. Only one person was hit. We are still waiting to learn their condition at this time, but police do tell us they found several guns on both sides of the street, along with a large number of shell casings and, of course, bullet holes in vehicles in the area. Witnesses on the scene were questioned, but police say they were not being very responsive. The investigation still ongoing.
In your latest news, we are waiting to find out the identity of a man killed in a rollover crash yesterday afternoon. San Antonio police say it happened around 7 p.m. on Booker T Road and F Street. That's on the city's east side. Police tell us two men were traveling in a pickup truck when it rolled over and came to a stop on the side of the road. The impact killing the driver, a 52-year-old man. The front seat passenger was also taken to the hospital. No word on his condition. Still unclear what caused the crash. No other vehicles were involved.
And a mother of three now in Bexar County Jail after police tell us she tried to leave her three small children at a West Side park and had no intention of returning to them. Now, this all happened back in June. Police were able to officially arrest and charge her this past week. 36-year-old Maria Martinez accused of bringing her 3 children, a 1-year-old, 4-year-old, and 6-year-old, to a park, and a couple experiencing homelessness in the area tells police that she approached them asking if they would watch her children for a couple hours in exchange for money and food as payment. When they agreed, she left and she never came back.
Like babysitting in the park, it's a good job.
Yeah, but he
didn't turn out to be that. It was a nightmare.
The police eventually were called to the park 12 hours later. They found the children covered in lice and dirt. They were taken into CPS custody. Martinez, later arrested, now facing 3 charges of abandonment of a children with no return.
The Otis McKane trial set to start back up tomorrow. Week 3 of the trial will continue with the punishment phase. McKane is convicted of killing San Antonio Police Detective Benjamin Marconi. His defense team has used the past couple of days to look over content found on McKane's cell phone. Prosecutors say the content included screenshots of articles from KSAT.com about the murder. There were also videos on how to take apart a Glock pistol. You can live stream the trial on KSAT.com tomorrow morning starting at 9. Well, now the latest on that Delta variant as the virus tears across the country. Florida is the epicenter as the Sunshine State reports more cases in one single day than any other day during the pandemic.
There's also new concerns this morning about the impact of the Delta virus on children under the age of 12. Of course, children under the age of 12 not eligible to be vaccinated just yet. ABC's Trevor Alt has the latest from New York.
This morning, the Delta variant sending America's COVID caseload rocketing skyward once again.
We are continuing to watch people die.
The U.S. topping 100,000 cases Saturday for the first time since early February, with Florida reporting its highest single-day increase in cases of the entire pandemic. Hospitalizations also back at levels not seen in months, and the entire city of Austin now has less than 10 ICU beds available.
Those people who are unvaccinated, they're being overwhelmed by this and having to go into our ICUs.
Louisiana's seeing the highest case rate in the country. The emergency system in New Orleans so overwhelmed, they're running out of capacity to answer 911 calls.
It's tough right now because several other communities across Louisiana and across the state are having the same strain locally. And so there aren't a lot of paramedics and ambulance services to even assist during this surge time.
And there's growing concern about the threat to children, most of them not yet eligible for the vaccine. A Baton Rouge Children's Hospital treating 11 kids with COVID, 6 in intensive care.
Some of them need breathing tubes, and some of them, even just putting the breathing tubes in is not enough.
And some healthcare workers say the nationwide surge has reportedly led a few fearful parents to lie about their children's age, filling out incorrect paperwork in order to get their child vaccinated.
It's just kind of a desperation factor. They're thinking about right now, school's about to start. I'm concerned about this Delta variant, and, I want to get my kid vaccinated no matter the cost. Those guidelines are in place for a reason. It's for their kids' safety. It's for accurate information.
And we've heard for weeks how the states with the highest infection rates were starting to see their vaccination rates climb up in turn. Well, that's now a national trend. The White House says over the past week, about 3 million people got their first dose. That is a significant increase from the week before. Trevor Alt, ABC News, New York.
Yeah, back here at home, Palo Alto College hosting an all-day enrollment event, plus a car giveaway for incoming fall 2021 students. You heard that right, a car giveaway. The Countdown to College semi-annual event happening tomorrow, August 2nd and the 9th. Prospective students can complete applications, take placement tests, even get financial aid information, and so much more. As an incentive, the school has also partnered up with the North Park Toyota to give one lucky student a brand new car. I tried to make it sound like I was okay.
Yeah, I see what you did.
However, only people who enroll tomorrow qualify for the car raffle. So if you'd like to enroll, just visit the Palomino Center on the 1400 West Villaret Boulevard, 8 a.m., 7 p.m. First day classes start August 23rd.
Go get yourself a new car.
There you go. 840, 79 degrees out.
Go USA.
There we go. All right, Team USA, they're back on the right track. We're going to give you an update and tell you about Kevin Durant, the new all-time leading scorer for Team USA basketball. And of course, we are camping with KSAT. We are talking Cowboys, what you can expect this upcoming season.
79 degrees at 8:40 this morning. The sun is out. Mike says you're going to want to pay attention to next week's first week of August forecast. It's looking a little bit different. He'll explain when we come back.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, how about them Cowboys? They were back in full pads after their training camp in California. They had a rejuvenation day, or for, most of us in the country, it's just a day off. 3-time Super Bowl champ and Hall of Famer Michael Irvin, you know him well. He was out there watching practice. Dak was out with that right shoulder injury. He's going to be reevaluated tomorrow. Garrett Gilbert, remember the name? He was running the first team. Meanwhile, defensive end Randy Gregory looking to play the first full season of his career for the Cowboys after they drafted him in 2015. Last year, suspended for the first 6 games of the regular season as part of his reinstatement to the league following substance abuse and mental health issues. Gregory says he felt underutilized last season with Mike Nolan as the defensive coordinator, but he now has more opportunities under new DC Dan Quinn. And time to talk about the other pro team here in Texas. Houston Texans quarterback Tyrod Taylor excused from training camp for personal reasons. He's going to be back tomorrow, don't worry. Rookie QB, there we go, Davis Mills, he got some reps for the first team offense. Fans in the stands, love to see it. Second to last in rushing yards last season, the Texans added backs Rex Burkhead, Philip Lindsay, and Mark Ingram. Roll Tide. 3 of the 6 running backs listed on the Texans roster. All right, here we go. We are talking basketball. We are talking the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Pop. And we're talking Team USA. After that slow start, U.S. Olympic men's basketball team, they are advancing to the quarterfinals of the Tokyo Games. They won big, 119-84, taking on the Czech Republic in the final Group A contest. U.S. actually trailed 19-9 early and then 25-18 after one. Sarah Costa and I were tracking it on the ESPN app. The Americans cranked up the defense, shooting in the second quarter. They led at halftime, 47-43. Then they pretty much led the rest of the way. They never trailed again. Jason Tatum scoring 21 of his game-high 27 points after halftime. Says the Americans played much better in the second half.
Myself and us as a team, we just had to pick up the intensity a little bit. It was kind of close in the first half. And to get some more stops and that we'd be able to get out in transition, get it out to guys and just have guys make plays.
Can't you feel the energy exuding from Jason Tatum? Kevin Durant scored 23 points on a night where he passed Carmelo Anthony to become the all-time leading U.S. men's Olympic scorer. Melo's record was 336. Durant now has 354 career Olympic points.
He was probably tired, Max.
That's okay.
You go play those.
You know what? If you give me a chance to play in the Olympics, we'll see. I'll be ecstatic after it. All right, Mike Osterhage. What are we expecting out there?
I would be tired, especially with this weather. I mean, it's hot. It's hot out there.
Well, it's not like they're playing outside, though.
I know, but it's also hot in Tokyo.
Just so we're clear, I played outside last weekend. I would have done an interview afterwards.
Okay. As Justin Horn, your teammate, who came back so sunburned and so tired.
I will say, Justin Horn is no Kevin Durant. I hope he's watching. I expect the text. He was the closest of us, though.
Man.
We all really like
the blinds.
One big happy family.
The blind roundhouse from right field, thanks to Max Massey. Anyway, beautiful picture there of a storm cloud developing off in the distance. Very cool looking. Thank you very much for the KSAT picture. And yeah, nice start this morning. It is good looking, but it is very warm and humid out there. All right, here's the Climate Prediction Center, and this is the 6 to 10 day outlook. And as you can see, it does have an above normal chance for precipitation around here. And this is going into, of course, the latter part of next week or in toward next weekend, and then going into the first part of the second week of August. And also has below normal temperatures, or at least the chance for below normal temperatures. Then you go into the 8 to 14 day outlook, and it's a little bit drier going into the second week of August. So this is taking into account just a couple of showers around there, but still a decent chance for some below normal temperatures. And that's 2 weeks basically down the road. This next week, that's a whole different situation because it is definitely going to be cooler and wetter. Satellite picture right now. Nothing is going on, but we got to look up to the north to see what is coming, and that's that front which is lying through the northern portion of the state, and that will drop down in toward the hill country later on today. It's going to touch off some showers and thunderstorms, especially with the afternoon heating. Some of those gust fronts or outflow boundaries, little mini cool fronts, they will move in here, and that may touch off a couple of more showers and storms further on down to the south. And you can see on the national picture how this is just kind of pushing its way down from the north in our direction. Very unusual for this time of year. Here's the computer model. This is a long-range model going into the next few days. And again, we've got some of those showers and storms up in northern portions of the hill country. And then tomorrow, a better chance for some rain, especially later on in the day. Most of these are going to be kind of driven by some of the afternoon heating, so they will tend to ease off a little bit going into the evening hours, but we'll still have more rain around potentially overnight into Tuesday and then even Wednesday. A couple of showers left over on Thursday, and then Friday it will start to taper off just a little bit. But yeah, rain chances pretty much every day next week. Doesn't mean it's going to rain everywhere. Doesn't mean it's going to rain constantly where you are, but there is that chance, and also lower temperatures. Also, we're going to have to watch out for potentially a couple of heavy downpours because a lot of moisture can be squeezed out of the atmosphere, and so you may get some of those real hefty, torrential, almost like tropical downpours. 90 today at noon, partly cloudy skies, high temperature. Yeah, it is going to be a hot one. It's going to be steamy. 95. Showers, thunderstorms mainly to the north. Some of those are going to try and work their way down to the south. A few more may try and develop as well. And then we are going to see temperatures stay on the cool side as we go on into the rest of the week, and maybe back towards summertime temperatures going in toward this week, or this weekend, I should say.
Kevin Durant, 850, 79 degrees out.
All right, it's almost time to start buying all those back to school supplies. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll check out how much people are expected to buy and how you can save money on some of these key items.
A man is found dead inside a neighborhood restaurant. Fire officials say it could be the owner of that business. Good morning. I'm Jonathan Cotto. Early start for fire teams this morning responding to a fire at Sergio's Molino and Restaurant, an establishment locals in the area say has been there for years. Fire officials tell us crews on scene battled the flames for several hours. They say the building had additions built onto it, causing a maze-like situation, making it difficult to attack the flames from the inside. A division chief on scene says because the roof of the restaurant was collapsing, crews had to combat the fire from the outside. Now, unfortunately, they say there was a man trapped inside and add they were unable to rescue him. They believe it could be the owner of this restaurant. Fire investigators and arson remain on scene investigating the cause of this fire. But of course, we will have you updated as more information is made available. Reporting from the west side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
As you head out the front door this morning, it is pretty warm and humid. We're in the upper 70s, close to 80. 86 now, though, is the heat index here in town. 89 already at Stinson. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one today with the temperatures up to 95. Still actually not quite up to par this time of year, but a couple of showers and thunderstorms going to be developing up in northern portions of the hill country, and some of those may try and work their way further on down to the south. But then look at this. This is the first week of August.
Whoa.
Normal high temperature, average 97. We've got 90s and good rain chances much of the week.
Mike, thank you so much for joining us in your
It's always a
soccer
pleasure
this morning.
with you too on a Sunday morning.